Nobody ever watched my live, so no pressure. No one's gonna watch it.
I'm never pressured.
I love that. Wait, let me do that properly. How is this? Not that great. No, I know what I'm gonna do.
Prop it up. Is it live now?
Yeah, it is. Me, I do shit like real life. In Kaizen engineering, it's called Gemba.
Gemba.
On the field, like on the...
On site.
Like real life, yeah. Like we don't try. It's like doing. That's why I just do like... Okay. Light. Que la lumière soit. Lorencio!
Yeah.
Those are both Italian names, actually.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, can we invite people? Do you want to invite... Take your phone, invite your friends. Do you want your friends to see you? Yes, I want...
Never do lives. So I guess.
So take your phone and invite your crib. Let's crack the Facebook, how you call that? Yeah, I can't speak right now. I can't be bothered. The code to be seen on Facebook. Let me take your phone and invite your crib.
No.
You see, you can share. You can share on your wall.
Mm-hmm.
You can share on my wall.
Oh shit. Oh, no.
Come now. Come see Lorencio Honesty. Lorencio is my amazing Airbnb host. What does it mean? It means that if you come to Raleigh, North Carolina, and you're looking for a place to stay, you want to check that guy out. He's the best. Mm-hmm. And he has become my best friend forever. At least for February, we'll see. Nobody knows what's going to happen afterwards.
Well,
maybe we become best enemies.
Oh, why would you want that?
I don't want that. I think I fear it. So I express it, hoping it's not going to happen, which is weird.
I'm not worried about it.
That's why he's the best out of both of us. Okay, so age interview of Lorencio. So I am your host, Adriana BITO, the founder of the Big Age. I didn't take the book. Should I take the book?
It's fine. You want to get the book?
Yeah, okay. Big Age, like honestym.com, social business for peace of mind and among ourselves. And at HonestyM, we love to listen to the honesty of amazing people like Lorencio. So, Lorencio, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful today. How about you?
Wonderful today as well.
Yes.
I think this morning I greeted you pretty enthusiastically.
Yes, yes, you did, and I appreciate that. That was good energy for me.
So I'm enthusiastic. So who are you and how do you know me, Adriana?
I'm Lorencio Connor from the Virgin Islands, and I met Adriana through Airbnb. Actually, she's on her trip in the USA from France, and it's truly been a pleasure to meet her and exchange ideas and grow.
I hope people can hear us because we don't... I think people are watching, but we don't have comment. Oh, yes, we can hear because we heard ourselves in your video. Okay,
Yeah,
so great. So that's how you make me... Okay, so Lorenzo, what is your dream?
My dream, my life goal is I want to aspire to turn the Caribbean into the natural energy powerhouse of the Western Hemisphere.
Natural powerhouse of the northern or southern?
The Western Hemisphere.
Western Hemisphere.
Yeah. For all of North, South America, Central America. We have the resources and the technology to do it, quite frankly. What we lack is mobilization and the plan.
Actually, what you're saying, would the energy that you have be enough to the full Western Hemisphere that would also go, I think, to the Philippines and like Southeast Asia, I think?
No. Just because, not that I don't think we could produce that, it's just like what it would take to link them into that grid would probably be cost more than it's worth, and instead of just building a similar system there, because of course in the islands they have the same wind, solar, thermal, current energy that we have, and could harvest. So that's what I mean. I'm speaking of mostly the Americas and the Caribbean involved.
And in terms of let's speak about community. Usually when I ask people what is your dream, I like to invite them to use this formula that I love, which is I dream to help that kind of people to reach that kind of goal, thanks to whatever technique you want to use. So as we understand who is your tribe, who are the people that you want to be surrounded by while turning your dream into reality, what is the goal, the thing that you really want to create, and what is the specific method that you use?
I want to help my people, the people of the Caribbean. We've been exploited in a multitude of ways throughout the history and colonization of the Western Hemisphere. From the massacre of our people, the stripping of our resources, the enslavement of our people, and even the pseudo freedom that we see. And those who have freedom, who are chastised for asserting that, you see.
Chastise, what do you
mean? Just how we see the countries like France and U.S. respond to Haiti when they have their independence and help perpetuate these dire situations that they're in. So in a multitude of ways, man. So I want to see my entire region come together and create a product that is natural, in line with our culture, and preserving the beauty of where we're from, while doing something that we can't really do anywhere else. Yeah.
Nice, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And talking about your people, talking about you, and even if I'm not from the Caribbean, given our connection, I felt that we have a lot in common. And just before we started the interview, I was saying how I feel we're two crazy, very energetic people. And I was crediting you because you better, something that you can do and that I'm still learning and that I want to learn from you actually, is that you have succeeded in building a long-term relationship. This is really actually a challenge for me, especially when we're talking about romantic relationship. So yeah, that's hard for me to last long. So I was asking you, what is your secret?
Well, I have a philosophy that I learned or throughout time, and I try to apply it, and I apply it in a few ways. First, the philosophy is you have to love people for who they are and not who they are, and how do you do that though? That starts with observation, right? You have to know your partner, whether that's romantic or just a partner in this relationship. You have to know who they are, right? To love somebody for who they are, you have to know who they are objectively, right? Where the good, the bad, the pleasant or unpleasant, rather, and everything in between, right? And after that observation, you have to acknowledge it, right? And that is who this person is today, and the trajectory and on who they wish to become, right? And where that'll go. And then you have to be honest, right, with yourself about whether this is something that that I can not just live but appreciate while still loving myself. It shouldn't detriment my love for myself, because then that's not a healthy relationship, and that's not a relationship that you want to invest in if it means you have to love yourself less, And when you come to that point, there's two things that can happen. You gotta decide, yes, there is, or no, I can't. If you can, if you can't love that person for who they are without loving yourself less, then obviously, the shortest is hey, I can love you from a distance. I can disengage that relationship in a way that's appropriate for me, right? Because your piece is the one that you're responsible for most or at all. And if you can, then you walk in knowing what you're getting, right? Because you've observed, acknowledged, and decided to love this person. That's what you like, but in spite of who they are. Right?
In spite.
Yeah, as in like no matter who they are, right? I've decided to love you because this is appropriate for me, right? It's like, and hey, I'm interested in helping this person become who they wish to be, you know? And at that point, it just takes patience, time, and if it gets hard, it's easy because remember that I love this person. And I knew this from the start, and I've decided that this is what I want to do. Right.
If you were to give us 3 action, and you only have the right to say 3 verbs.
3 verbs.
Wait, yeah, as in terms of the action, the daily action we need to do to actually implement what you just told us to keep our relationship like peaceful and sustainable. 3 words, 3 verb of action that we would need to do on a daily basis to put in practice what you just told us.
Let me think. Patience. It's definitely one.
Be patient then.
We have to be patient. You compromise.
Those are not verbs.
That's not a verb. To compromise is not.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, I heard a compromise.
Yeah.
When you to compromise.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
Right. Patience, compromise, and honesty.
Did you see this is not a verb? Being honest.
Being an
So you're freaking up with my brain. You're freaking up. I don't even make sense. That's why I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and to be honest.
So be patient, compromise, be honest.
Yes, and with yourself and the other person. You know, and you know you have to continually
be patient.
reassess.
Be patient. I'm learning now. Be patient, compromise, be honest, be patient. I love it. It could be turned into a process actually. Be patient. You be patient, so you make the observation. The observation will push you to take action. On this action, you want to do this action by compromising. Like you don't want to just do the action that is just for you.
Right.
So that's where the compromise part comes.
Yes.
And once you've done the action, then you can reflect on it with honesty.
Yeah.
Be honest about how it feels, and do I want to keep being patient, or am I like, it's enough? Oh, if I really love this person, I keep being patient, I compromise, I'm honest. We have a full process.
Yeah.
Now we know how to have a sustainable, loving relationship, loving our people, providing energy for a lot of people, because you're talking about full atmosphere, so that's really powerful. Like we have actionable steps based on your expertise and your magic. So that's great.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is great. I never thought about it like that before.
That's why we do those interviews, man. So as you can think about it this way, and it's more powerful. So, okay, so great. So your people, we know who you're helping, you know what you're doing. So now, what is the language that you use? And what I mean by language is the method that you use. What is the Lorencio's language to turn your dream into a reality?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
This question is actually a pretty hard one, and it's actually one we've been speaking about. Okay. You know how I've been telling you, I feel like you're an artist, like what you have to say is multidimensional, like you need to draw or to dance or make movies. So as we actually, what I mean by the language is how do you translate the words into actions? It's a hard one.
Yeah. How do I translate the words into actions? I don't know. Because I don't think that's something that's been difficult for me. You know, I've always been a person of feeling conviction, and like, you know, once I've decided something, is it's natural for me to act in accordance to that, you know. So I can't necessarily think of a language that I have to use myself to continually perpetuate that, because I just think, like, you know, I believe in life you have to make very few decisions about things, you know, where people run into a trouble, and the disconnect is remaining true and acting on those decisions daily, right? So I just have to remind myself of the decision that I've made, and then make sure, and then it's easy to assess, well, is this in line with that? Is this bringing me closer to my goal? Is this bringing me closer to the vision that I see for myself, you know? So make the decision, but most importantly, making a decision is easy. The hard part is acting and living on that decision daily. Because sometimes it's going to be hard. Sometimes you won't feel like it. Sometimes it's going to feel impossible, even though that's not true. But that's what you remind yourself, where you started, where you're going.
Talking about where you're going, so what is peace for your people? So you said you want to do this for your people. Me, I like to say peace when I talk about the objective you're trying to reach. So what would be peace for you and for your people? What would it be? What would it look like?
I feel like my experience, I've been blessed to be able to travel and see different walks of life from a young age, and I noticed that anywhere you go, you find Caribbean people or Virgin Island people that we just excel, and we are naturally the center. We are naturally we have a presence and influence on where we are. But our situation in the Caribbean, in the different parts of the Caribbean, doesn't necessarily reflect that. My piece is to create an environment where one, we don't have to go other places to do that, you know, and that to continue to cultivate that in ourselves, in our children, in our culture to come, so that we can spread that like the energy we'll provide, and help other people find that in themselves.
And okay, before we wrap up, and you tell us like how we can like reach out to you, or if you have any next thing that you're trying to let us know about, so we can connect with you. Last question is, what is honesty for you? What is your personal definition of honesty?
And it's going to be interesting, because this is something I've had to struggle or battle with in my life. Honesty is being listening to your emotions, right? Listening to your emotions, not being ruled by them, but listening to them and giving them the proper weight and expressing that accurately, right? And if you can do that, and create a space where others can do that with you, I think it'll be really hard to fail. No?
Nice, amazing. So wow, thank you. Any last piece of advice you want to give us, and most importantly, how can we reach out to you if we like want to work with you, or love your dream, or just love you, or whatever?
Right. So there's a few things. I'm a computer scientist, and I focus on SEO marketing, that's search engine optimization. So in short terms, I make you show up on Google. I help customers find your business and your digital presence. So you can definitely reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook. That's Lorencio Connor, Lorencio.
Oh, hello.
Connor.
Say it again, please, because I'm going to write it down in comment.
Okay,
I'm going to write it down on the description to make sure that it's easy to reach out to you.
Yeah, excellent. You can call me 704-953-5694. You can email me, pconnor BCONNOR1109 and yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your honesty, Lorencio.
Thank you for having me.
So grateful we met.
Me too.
And check him out. Peace, everyone. Bye-bye. And don't forget, a dream is never too big or too crazy to be achieved. So definitely, hashtag what is your dream? You want to express those dreams. Listen to advice. Share your advice as well. It's all about this flow that we keep having. And more of those interviews on my YouTube channel and on honestym.com. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.